Hello, this is Abu with Story Time with Ty and Abu. Today's story will be Forrest Gump, an iconic story of love and luck, being in the right place at the right time, and even sometimes at the wrong time. Let's go ahead and take it away. This is the story of Forrest Gump. So in Alabama, there was a goofy dude, and he had no shoes for 8 years.
Why do you say that? He had no shoes. How did we? I mean, we saw that he had to wear those metal braces because he had like a crooked spine or something like that. But how do we know he didn't have any shoes?
Well, the only thing I know is that they say that Gump said, "These were my first shoes." And he was, what, freaking 10 at the time? Or 7.5 or something like that. I don't know, but those were his first shoes.
Well, yeah, I know that. But does that mean he went barefoot for all those years? That seems kind of abusive and wrong. And
he was bullied a lot. They were throwing rocks at him and hit him in the head. And there was this little girl who he liked, and she liked him, and she would always say, "Run, Forrest, run." And it was usually around the time that he was about to get his butt kicked that she would say it.
But yeah, every time that they would show up, she would just say, "Run," and that's probably the best thing to do from your problems sometimes.
Yes, and that is probably the number one lesson that we've learned from Gump. If you have a problem, run. So Gump goes to Jenny is is his girl, according to him. Not so much from her. She treats him like crap, pretty much. I mean, she's always out doing drugs, and she plays guitar naked. And then sometimes she messes with Gump and says, "You can touch me," or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, this is what it's like to touch a woman or kiss a woman."
I don't know where this is going, Boo. The stories that we try to do, are a little bit more gentle than this. You're talking about naked women playing guitars and doing drugs, and so, I mean, I think we should probably just shut this down.
No. Just hang with me, Ty. There's lots of lessons to be learned in Gump, lots of good stuff.
Well, okay.
Wait, okay, then maybe I just skip ahead to Lieutenant Dan. He didn't have any legs. That was Gump's fault. Gump was carrying him through the forest over there, and something jumped up and bit him. I don't know. Maybe it was a snake.
No, I don't know if it was a snake. I mean, when he said something jumped up and bit him, that's just an idiot's way of saying that he got shot. He couldn't just be honest and just say, "Hey, I got shot in the butt." He said something jumped up and bit him. He's probably trying to talk like his weirdo mom, that was saying all that stuff, about like boxes of chocolates and thinking that it meant something, but also, she would invite men up to her room so that Forrest could get good grades,
Let's get back to Lieutenant Dan. So he saves his life, but he blows his leg. He gets his legs blown off, which Lieutenant Dan is not all that happy about. He needed his legs to walk, and so now he's in a wheelchair. And even those hookers on New Year's Eve, he's paying them money, and they're still mean to him. They call him freak. And then the one tastes like cigarettes. Remember that? She was Forrest Gump. I don't even know if he's ever kissed a woman, and she kisses him, and she said. He said, "You taste like cigarette." And then he drank those 16 Dr. Peppers, He said that at the White House he's drinking 16 Dr. Peppers, which is anatomically not even possible. No one could drink that much, and plus they were just sitting on the table. They weren't even in ice. They were hot Dr. Peppers. So
Well, yeah, and I don't even like Dr. Pepper, quite honestly. It's got that weird, peppery taste.
What you need to know about Gump is that he got stranded on an island. And he was there after the plane crash, like for 5 years.
Wait a minute, Abu. That was not, that's not Forrest Gump. That's, Castaway.
Oh, Castaway what? Yes, he was cast away because Jenny did not want him. So he left and he went running and it was when he was running and grew that big nasty beard. And that's what he had on the island. And he sat there flickering things looking at pictures of Jenny.
No, I think he was looking at pictures of Helen Hunt.
Well, why would he be looking at pictures of Helen Hunt? There was that blonde girl that was in the locket, yes, when he was smacking his teeth with a shoe.
Well, when was he? I don't remember that part. Where was he smacking his teeth with a shoe?
Well, because he had a toothache, so he had to smack it.
Well, once again, Abu, that's not is Castaway, another Tom Hanks movie, but.
Where did Lieutenant Dan go? Maybe he's getting fitted for his legs while he was on the island.
No, he was never on an island. That's the thing. He went running, but so then Jenny comes back after she's had this terrible life. Guys beating her up all the time and everything, and finally she's like, "Hey, remember that night? When we had intercourse? Guess what? That little kid watching Sesame Street is your kid." And Forrest Gump's like, "Oh."
No, I think he was much. I wouldn't have said. Oh, I would have said, "Oh, sheesh, holy moly!" Like when I saw the beanstalk. Something of that magnitude. This is my kid. I don't even remember doing it. But she kind of had her way with him. Girl's place, look at even the girl with the curlers. She was looking over, saying, and with that eye going, "Oh my goodness, what is going on over there?" But so yes, but then so then it gets worse. Jenny says, "I'm dying. I've got this horrible disease," which they skirted their way around that one, didn't they? So then, Forrest, he says, "Don't worry about anything. I've got lots of money because I bought apples and I got shrimp." And so she's like, "I want to marry you."
I know, and I was like shocked by that because the whole show she's like avoiding the dude, and he's beating up the guys that are beating her up. And she's not even appreciative. She keeps telling him to go. And so then all of a sudden, when she needed to have something, I don't think Jenny's a very good person, quite honestly. But, that's my opinion. And,
Well, I have to agree. I think, Ty, this is why this story is good. Because look how in agreement we are, Like, we are on the same page here. That's why Gump is good. And why we all learn from Gump that if you have problems, you run away. If someone is pounding your girlfriend in the face, you pound them in the face. You do it. That's what you do.
Right, and if some kid on the bus says, this seat taken, when there's already somebody sitting next to him, I don't even know what he was talking about.
Why are you going all the way back to the start of the show, Ty? We are so beyond that. All we got to talk about is Gump being a ping pong player. Then the feather flies away.
Yeah, and the feather, while Gump's sitting there on the stump waiting for Haley Joel Osment, like an idiot. The feather flying off means that all is well with the world. And then Robert Zemeckis.
Yes, I think you summed it up perfectly, Ty. Feathers flying in Robert Zemeckis. That is Gump.
Yeah, that's Gump. Good night, everybody.
Yes, good night, everyone.